And let's see here.
Well, we were supposed to have, it's supposed to be earlier today. It was supposed to be 100% chance of rain tonight, but then it went down to like 9, but 60, and it was supposed to start at 10, but then they keep changing it, and it keeps delaying the rain. So,
Well, other than Alex talking, that went really pretty good. Here we go with the opening of the show itself.
Live from the Tony Wallow
So
Studios.
you're not going to believe
It's the Ken
what
Stout
happened
Live
a
Show,
while ago.
featuring the Zoom homies.
I'll
Produced
tell you
by
guys in just a
LK
second
Productions.
once we get up and running. That's frustrating. Frustrating is a very kind adjective, by the
was
way.
this after we got off of the Zoom earlier?
Oh yeah,
when we got home?
this was after I got home from dinner with Mrs. K, and I know I'm not going to be live on Monday morning, so I wanted to record something and do a premiere on Monday because there's no way we're going to be back in time. And I got all my changes done, and I had a few issues doing that, but I got them done. And then all of a sudden, DaVinci Resolve locked up. So I go to Task Manager, not even running, but yet it's on my screen. So I don't know what happened. Parts of the computer were working. DaVinci Resolve was physically on the screen, but not in Task Manager anywhere. Wasn't showing up.
Greg connected and messed it up.
That's what it was. So unfortunately, I had to do a restart, which threw everything out of whack. But it's good. I got it started. Didn't have too many issues. And I went back into DaVinci Resolve, and the changes that I had made actually did take place. And so far, so good. Looks pretty good. Pretty happy with it.
I wonder, Ken, how do you manage to have all these problems?
I don't know, Jose. I really don't know because, well, yeah, I think I do know. I probably had upwards of 20 tabs running on the internet. I had DaVinci Resolve running. I had OBS running. I have Stream Deck running. I had my downloads opened. I had Shutter Encounter open, or Shutter or whatever it's called, open. I think I just had too much open. I really do.
Let's rephrase the question. How do I manage not to have any problems? Because everybody else that I fix their computers for, and Ken included, they all seem to have problems except for me.
Well, let's answer that question. Hi, Mike. You don't do nearly 1/4 of the things that some of us do, right?
Well, neither do the people that bring me their computers to work on, and it's still managed to be screwed up.
Hi, Parker
You've
Morris.
What CPU and memory do you have on yours?
Mine?
Yeah, I know you've told me. I just don't remember in
It's
my old
a
age.
i7 10th generation, 64 gigabyte of memory with a dedicated graphics card. It
I don't
befuddles me.
understand. I mean, you've got plenty of horsepower.
Oh, I don't understand either. It's crazy.
You should be able to run that no problem.
I would think I should be able to run everything I was running a while ago with no issues at all. I do not know. I just was afraid I was going to have to restart, and that's what it took. I mean, good news is the thing I started working on in DaVinci is there, and the changes I made were there. So it worked out.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it was real good. I'm kind of hoping Wintermute shows up. I got a question for him later tonight. Of course, he's going to say, Ken, for the 18th time.
That's how I felt earlier when I was trying to tell you how to install that AnyDesk on your phone.
I'm telling you, I forget things. What'd you say your name was again?
Josh?
That's the one thing you're forbidden from
Sean?
forgetting.
What's that? What's the one thing I'm forgetting you forget? What?
I said that's the one thing you are forbidden from forgetting.
Your name?
But he forgot you.
Joshy,
Forbade him to forget it.
don't worry, Joshy. I won't forget your name. You have nothing to worry about. It's just burnt into my gray matter. Speaking of Joshy, you are no longer blocked on his channel. And neither am I. And I'm a moderator again. Go figure. Go figure. Wintermute, there he is. Long Dog is
If
here.
only I could log in to his channel and give him a run for his money. Hide all his videos so nobody could see.
He has an aunt named New Cat.
He's got an
He said he's got a video that said my aunt New Cat.
Yeah, I seen that. I did see that. So Jim's here. Put myself in the waiting room. Oh, Jim is actually wanting me to put myself in the waiting room. Well, I'll do the best I can.
You did that, you'd lose everybody.
And yes,
on
Jim,
it.
I knew you were referring to the fact that I called Alex Joshy. I kind of put that together really quick before you said it. So I'll go back to the waiting room now.
So today's job update is short, sweet, and to the point. No update today or tomorrow because it's the weekend.
Be advised, our miles exclusive this time.
One Adam 12. See the man in Georgia who's got his CB radio on listening to truckers. Over. All right, BH Stringer joins us on Zoom. Hi, BH.
Howdy.
Good to see you. Jeff looks like he hasn't eaten in 3 days. What are you eating, Jeff?
El Pollo Loco.
Oh, well, I'd be wolfing that down pretty quick, too. It's not too good.
I got a 3-piece meal with a coupon, and there's enough there to last me for this evening's supper and tomorrow's supper.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
So I found out that
if I don't overeat.
I found out
I would eat
that
it all at one time.
that trip is being done by travel agent. I guess they're offering churches a good deal. And the $736, from what I understood my pastor tonight to say, that includes meals and the bus trip and the motel.
And admission into the park itself?
I guess so. He said, I said, is that include everything?
What you talking about, the Ark?
Yeah.
When I was in college, the Southern Baptist youth, whatever his title is, Southern Baptist youth pastor or whatever, would come to the college. He's taken a load of kids to the Ark just about every year, and it only costs them $20, and everything else is paid for.
Probably through donations from the church, though, isn't it?
I have no idea. I just know I've always wanted to go on things like that whenever the school did something like that. I wasn't ever able to go because my mom had to go with me.
He told me he would make a copy tomorrow of the flyer.
Yeah. On those special excursions like that, do they usually include like a guide that goes along with your group so that you just aren't wandering through by yourself? Or
yeah, I'm pretty sure it would.
one time the college had a group of the college took a group of students to a football game up north. They left at like 2 p.m. in the afternoon that afternoon and didn't get back until and got a charter bus or whatever and didn't get back to the college until 2 a.m. in the morning.
That's about like
And I tried to ask one of the administrators of the school that's over that trip if the charter bus, tour bus, whatever, would go ahead and just take me on home since it'd be so early in the morning and my mom wouldn't have to come and pick me back up. And they said no. Real quick. So only way that would have worked is if she would have been willing to come up there at 2 o'clock in the morning and get me.
oh, she would have had to go to Arkansas and get you.
No, she would have had to go. She would have had to drive.
I mean, Little
she would have
Rock.
had to drive to the college at 2 o'clock in the morning to pick me up and bring me home because the bus that the college rented or whatever to take us up there would not bring me. So if I went, she would have had to come up there really early in the morning and pick me up.
Did you have to wait till the morning or did she pick you up?
I never went.
Oh, you
Because
know.
it just so happened that particular day that trip was happening or whatever, I was sick anyway, so I never.
Oh boy. I remember going.
I've never been a big fan of I've never been a big fan of sports ever. It just doesn't interest me. I just wish I could have went on some of these trips with the.
So I have
rest
to
of the
ask Chris a
college.
question. Are you happy Alabama lost tonight?
I heard Alabama lost tonight.
Yep,
Yeah, beat by
Tennessee
Tennessee.
won in the last minute of the game.
Yeah, I know. Alabama beat Georgia one year at the last minute of the game. So I guess Tennessee paid them back for Georgia for that year. It's been a couple of years ago.
And my hat's off to Mr. Guy. Maryland Terrapins won against Indiana today somehow. Big shock.
Ken, why is your volume so low?
Because your volume's not turned up.
Because I had to go do something for Mrs. K, who sent me a text message, and I didn't want the conversation to be heard, so I flipped it up like this. And I forgot to flip it down like that because I'm old and forgetful. Johnny, thank you for reminding me.
No, I got to be careful how loud I turn my volume up, especially at night, because these hardwood floors in this house. I mean, I got to be real careful. I got really good speakers, and I got to be really either that or put my headphones in.
That bus will go right through Rocky Top, Tennessee.
There's actual place, Rocky Top.
Yep.
Did not know that. I thought it was a song.
How did you not know that?
Because I'm old and forgetful, Bob? I don't know. Why didn't I know that? I forget things.
I don't know if that college is actually in Rocky Top or not, but I think it's in Knoxville.
I missed the final point spread on that game they lost 38-33. So I missed it by 6 points. I figured they'd get beat by about 11.
Did you know there was a place called Yeehaw Junction, Florida?
Yeehaw Junction, Florida.
Yep. I found it. I was looking on Google Maps and I just happened to find it.
No, Sean, I did not know there was a place called that. How did you find that?
Laughed about it.
Old age again. Yeah, Mike, I'm telling you, old age strikes sometimes just horribly bad, and at the wrong time, too. So.
There's a place in Newfoundland called Dildo.
Actually, I believe I have heard that.
Hold on. There's something else that's Skinny Dip Paul Skinny Dip something, Skinny Dip Lake or something.
Right down.
Look up Black Beach in San Diego and see what you find.
Skinny Dip Falls.
Been there, done that.
You've actually
Yes.
been on Black's Beach, Greg?
Oh, yes.
I know
Skinny
where it's
Dip
at, and I know
Falls.
what it is, but I've never been on it, or would I ever go on it? But, yeah. So Long Dog just put in a link to someone. Oh, okay. It's the video from today's Built or Buy. Cool. So Wintermute, are you still in
Anybody here
chat?
even know what Skinny Dip is?
Hmm?
I don't know if y'all know what Skinny Dip means.
Skinny dip?
Yep.
Oh, it's not what you put on your hair. I believe it means when you jump in a pool or a lake with no clothes on, does it not?
With your birthday suit on.
Yeah.
Pretty much that's what I just said.
Ah.
So when you join Zoom tonight, I don't want you to take my head off, but I need you to help me to remember the formula to figure out if I want something to be a certain size, what the math equation is, because I got accomplished what I wanted to accomplish, but I did it the very long, convoluted way of doing it. But it works. So I don't know exactly what
for
some of the
everybody.
issues, Ken, but explaining to us, but once you understand resource allocation, you might put in perspective why things, oh no, that required, that right there, that's way beyond me ever doing that. I turn it on, I push the buttons, I click the mice, I do what I do. When it locks up, I restart it and start all over again. I don't think I'm going to get real. Yes, resizing an image, specifically the YouTube banner. I started redoing the banner tonight because of what Doug said today kind of intrigued me. And I thought to myself, well, I've done a banner. Why can't I do a 3 or 4 part banner, which I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it for my channel actually. And if in Monday, if I do this premiere, you'll see there's several times when I bring Doug's banner up on one side, and I bring the one that I'm trying to get to the right size up on the other, and then got to go make some more changes. So I throw it all away, and then I go make the changes, and I've got it to where I like it. It's not exactly 100% perfect, but it's good enough for what I'm going to do. And then my system locked up. Unbelievable. Maybe later on I'll share my screen. I don't know, Greg, have I exceeded my share screen allotment for the day yet?
You've got one or two
Oh,
left.
okay, good.
You have my permission.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I'll look away.
Go get you some ice cream or something.
I-
No, I'm not
I
gonna do it right now.
I already ate the last of it.
I stopped in Walmart tonight on the way home from having dinner, and I cannot believe the dairy cooler area was as barren as it was. My refrigerator's got more in it than what they had. It's
Yeah,
just
feeling
horrible.
that too.
I talked to a guy I know that works down there. Usually works the door, but he got promoted into maintenance, if you want to call that a promotion. But he was still working the door again tonight, so that kind of made no sense. Guess you're going to work where they want you to work. So if Greg's okay with me sharing my screen.
No,
Okay, never mind. Anybody got anything on their mind tonight
I got one for everybody,
besides Bill?
except for Ken, because he already knows the answer. Does anybody know what Vin Diesel's real name is?
What?
Oh, I know the answer to that, but I forgot. Don't tell me. Are the initials?
I didn't get the question.
What is Vin Diesel, the actor's real name?
Is his first name start with an M?
I'm not going to say. No comment.
Oh,
I have a
please.
question in response. That's who cares? But
It
that's
was,
just
it
me.
was one of my trivia facts on my calendar for today.
When
All right,
Wintermute got
all
it,
right.
he is correct. He posted it in chat.
I don't know who it is, so
You don't know who Vin Diesel is?
He was one of the actors in all the Fast and Furious
Right.
movies.
okay. I've heard
And
of
also
it.
a movie called The Pacifier.
Yeah.
And then he's been in one or two science fiction action movies too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of those.
Well, one of them he was in some planet where it was mostly dark, and I don't remember all the other details. But
Yeah.
The Chronicles of Riddick.
Yeah. That's it.
What was it?
Riddick.
Riddick.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
yeah,
Chronicles
that
of
sounds
Riddick,
right.
and then what? There was at least two more that I think of.
The Chronicles of Reddit.
Yeah. Good movie, actually. Good series of movies, I thought.
I haven't seen it. I've seen the synopsis of it. One of them I want to watch.
Pitch Black, yep. We're trying a new blend of coffee tonight. I'm not real sure I'm going to like it.
So let's take a vote. Who thinks I'm going to hear something Monday from this job, or do you think it's going to be
No.
later than?
Later in the week.
Wednesday.
Lisa, I mean, when you showed that thing where they were advertising for a new high-level board member or director or something,
Mm-hmm.
that could affect the other stuff that's going on at the company. Don't know that it will, but it could. I do not believe they're going to ghost you, but it may not. You may not get an answer as quick as you want, but I do not believe they'll ghost
Well,
you.
I can only go off of what I was told.
Well, they said they were going to get back to you, and this is a faith-based nonprofit organization run by a bunch of folks who think along similar lines, and I think they are more likely to be ethical than the average company out there. That's just my personal opinion.
And when they do get a hold of you, they might say, due to some unforeseen circumstances, we have not made our decision yet. Just be patient.
Well, the other thing about a nonprofit company is they depend on donations and grants and things like that. And those can be kind of iffy sometimes. So you can have circumstances that you would never expect. I worked for 22 years at a place called Oak Ridge National Laboratory, government funded. Now, that's not a nonprofit, but it is dependent on outside funding. And I knew a fella who was offered a job there, who accepted the job, turned down 3 or 4 other jobs, and didn't get the job because the funding for the position he was going to take got cut after he accepted the job offer. And they basically said, so sorry, no job, out of our control. That's unusual, but things like that happen. I don't expect that to happen here. I expect them to find out before they make an offer to you or whoever if they're going to have the money to pay for it or not.
Ice cream, Jim?
No, some soup is a late night snack.
Potato soup?
No, it's chicken corn chowder.
On a cold night.
I would have eventually gotten there.
Out of a can or homemade?
Oh, out of a can.
His wife made it.
No, my wife did not make it. My wife does no cooking in this house. Her response to anybody's suggestion that she cooks for me is, I cooked for my daughter for 19 years. I'm done. And my response to that was, well, no problem for me. I was single on my own and I was cooking. It wasn't an issue.
Yep.
Progresso?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it is.
Yeah, Progresso does make pretty good soups of the canned variety. I don't particularly like corn chowder, but
I'm going to guess that's like clam chowder only made with corn.
Well, is it corn instead of the potatoes?
No, potatoes, there's corn, there's chicken,
Okay,
there's
all right.
carrots, there's, peas in it. There's all kinds of stuff in it.
Yeah, Progresso is the kind of soup I like to buy. I do buy a few Campbell's soups of the kind where you add a can of water and all that, but that's just mostly for if I'm sick or whatever.
Yeah, God, I
Chicken
haven't had.
noodle.
Yeah, the condensed soups, I haven't had those in
That
in
stuff is
decades.
mainly used for cooking.
Now the Campbell soups
casseroles.
that I have had are the chunky variety.
Yeah, yeah. But I've gotten to like Progresso.
Might be having to get a lot of that.
Used to be $1.54 a can at Walmart. Now it's $2.22.
Well,
I
all
have to-
prices are up. I went out to eat last night with the wife of my college roommate and a couple of her friends who came to Vegas to do a little gambling. And we ate in the steakhouse at South Point Casino. We all had the small filet mignon, a baked potato, or another kind of potato, and a salad. Cheapest steak on the menu. It was $44.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
Alex, you
that's
might
about
be
what I
familiar with her.
thought. And
Wow.
the waiter comes around and says, tonight's special is the small filet mignon, blah, blah, with all the other stuff. And you can get 3 shrimp with that, and it's only $66. So they wanted to add on $22 for 3 medium to jumbo size shrimp.
Jesus.
Passed.
When did the cheap meals at casinos go away?
Oh, some time ago.
Oh yeah, a long
They
time
used to
ago.
have cheap meals as loss leaders just to get you in to take your money in the slot machines and the other gambling. But they have long since figured out that that's no longer necessary.
Wow.
People are silly enough to go and lose their money and pay the high prices in the restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
So my friend told his wife she had to buy me the meal, so which she did, so I didn't spend anything.
That's always a good thing.
Lost $10 gambling in one slot machine and then walked out. Was my night's entertainment, such as it was.
Now, the wife and I went out to Las Vegas. Was it 2007?
Yep.
I can't remember. It was National Association of Realtors. They had their conference in Las Vegas. And I did not touch we were there for the entire week. I did not touch a single gambling machine until we were leaving, and they have the machines at the airport.
Right.
And I think I might have stuck $5 or $10 in it, and that was it.
Yeah. Well, I first came to Vegas to a conference in 1981, and there were buffets for $4.
Yeah.
And that's how they suckered you into the casino to get you to lose your money otherwise. And now most of the casinos that catered to local folks is a brand called Station Casinos, which my wife and I had a membership in. When the pandemic came, they just quit doing the buffets, and they decided just to keep not doing the buffets after the pandemic was over.
Yeah.
And the few restaurants that are doing the buffets down on the strip, a buffet run you about $60 these days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Buffet of food.
So I'm not going to be doing that either. Plus, you have to pay to park even if you live here, which
Right.
you didn't used to have to do. So to go and park and eat a buffet would probably be $70 minimum per person.
Yeah, we were
So that's not
there.
gonna happen.
Yeah, November 2007 was the last time we were there.
Well, prices were still semi-reasonable. They had already figured some of this out,
Right.
but not to the extent that the prices have gone up now. So it is what it is.
Hi, Rick. Hi, Sean.
Rick?
Hello.
Hello.
It's been raining all day today.
It's overcast here, but nary a drop.
I got a question for Rick since I checked the weather.
No snow today, just windy and cold.
Actually, it has to do with your YouTube channel and your banner.
Yeah.
Did you make that yourself?
No, it's a picture I took.
But did you use DaVinci Resolve to make it fit, or did it just naturally fit in
No,
there?
I can't remember what I did. I just took that picture and
See, I don't feel so bad
somehow
now.
put it in my banner and made it fit, but that's the only one that I could make fit.
Okay. Well, I like it. I just was wondering if you did it in DaVinci, or maybe you did it through one of the free apps, or possibly paid for it like Doug did. Just wondering.
That's crazy. Rick has put out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos, and I haven't got no notifications that he put out 5 videos.
Are you subscribed?
Yeah, subscribe with the notification.
I haven't put out one for a while.
You got the little bell icon clicked?
Yeah, I have the bell icon clicked. The last one he put out was 2 weeks ago. But I haven't got a notification for either of those 5 videos. Normally I do. Something's going on with YouTube.
Well, I get my notifications here and there, so I've just given up on it.
Theo Joe put out a video about one big change to YouTube pretty soon. So.
Did he happen to mention what that one big change is going to be?
Yeah, I just forgot what he said in the video.
Yeah, they're doing something. It's the stuff Doug mentioned this morning, I think. Where you can have like a handle or something like that associated with
Yeah, that's what he was talking about. Yeah.
And Doug was saying he already had his own unique URL with a handle on it.
Right.
I tried looking into that while he was talking, and YouTube has since killed that. If you already have something like Doug does, you're grandfathered in, but you can't make one of those new at this time. You're only going to be able to do something with this quote handle program, and they're going to notify you individually when your channel is ready for it.
Did they say when the... Go ahead, Sean.
So I'm taking it Doug paid somebody on Fiverr or whatever to make him those templates?
Fiverr,
whatever.
Fiverr,
yeah.
I'm wondering if I should do that. Go ahead and pay somebody to make them so when I do videos, I can
Hey,
put them up.
I can answer that.
Go ahead. Go ahead. We're waiting, Carl. You going to answer it or not?
No, you should not do that, Sean. As much trouble as you've had with the eBay and Craigslist, no, you should not do that. Should have kept those books. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, one of those books was probably Make Your Banner 101.
And cool, crispy 39 degrees tomorrow here.
Oh, you guys are actually seeing a little bit of fall weather. It's going to be upper 90s here for the rest of this week yet.
Fall weather, upper 90s.
Yeah, and I'm going to show
I mean,
you
it's not like it was 110 a couple months ago.
Yeah, that's true. Chris, I think you said you're going to share something, so go ahead. At least I thought that's what you were trying to say.
Here it goes, right there. Yeehaw Junction.
And what state is this in?
Florida. It's way down below. It's below Orlando.
Oh yeah, way down below Orlando.
US 441.
I think US 441 goes through East Tennessee too.
It does. It comes through where I live, my town where I live, and goes all the
When
way
you
up.
get up to Tennessee, it goes through part of the Appalachians, not too far from the Smoky Mountain National Park, and got some
It
Pretty
goes.
windy roads
I
in
think it
there
goes
where they've had a bunch of car wrecks.
I don't know how far up north it goes. I don't know where it ends.
So
I'll be able to find
I
out.
know this Sean Gallagher is not our Sean Gallagher because he's got 97 subscribers and 151 videos.
Hmm.
So I know that's not right. And no disrespect meant at all, Sean. Why can't I find? Oh, there it is.
It actually ends in Rocky Top, Tennessee. I thought it went further up north than that.
Run that past again, Chris.
What is?
Do what now?
Say that again, please. What
It
about Rocky
ends,
Top?
It ends in Rocky Top, Tennessee.
Yeah, that used to be called Lake City. They renamed it after the song, I don't know, 8 or 10 years ago.
I wonder if they had to pay any copyright money to get that done.
There was a court fight over that, and I do not know the outcome.
I was just wondering.
No, well, that was a good wondering thing. The family that owned the copyright on the song took them to court, and I don't know how it came out. I wasn't living there then.
I'm sure you can Google it.
Yep.
So the
Talking about
Osborne
the Tennessee
brothers
fight
are
song,
actually-
Rocky Top.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
I didn't
Well,
know
they-
that was
good
a
today.
fight
They
song.
beat Alabama, so
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
That's Bama's second loss this year.
Yep.
I think.
Have they gone yet to Georgia, Chris? Have they played Georgia yet?
Who, Alabama or Tennessee?
So
Didn't they lose to
Oh.
LSU or something earlier?
Georgia's off this coming Saturday, and then they play Florida. I'm not sure when they play Tennessee.
Hey, Sean,
Yeah.
when you get a chance, send me a link to your channel, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
I got something in the planning for something. I can't say it over YouTube. But I got
November the 5th, they will play Tennessee.
Do
You
they
mean
play
like,
Alabama this year?
I think it's going to be in the playoff, only in the playoffs.
no, they don't play.
Oh,
Well, that's kind of. Are they're in the same conference, are they not?
Different divisions.
Oh, okay. So by the luck of scheduling. Oh yeah, Alabama's in the west, Georgia's in the east. So yeah, they probably wouldn't meet until the playoffs.
I see Alabama with one loss. You said they had two.
I thought they got beat once earlier, but
I thought they
looked
did
like-
too.
I'm
but-
looking at that, and I can't find it either.
They beat Texas by a point, but that's the only closest. Well, Texas
Yeah.
A&M by
Yeah, they're
4.
according to this, they've only got today's loss.
Okay. Well, that
They almost lost to Utah State 55-0. L.A. Monroe, Louisiana Monroe gave them a tough game, 63-7. Vanderbilt, 55-3. Arkansas actually gave them a game at 49-26.
Vanderbilt played Georgia today, 55-0.
Was that what it was?
yeah.
Yes, Georgia's
Texas
better than
A&M
Alabama.
gave them a good game too. 24-20.
So these
They'll be
colleges are
number
so
one
lopsided.
again, and Bama will probably drop to number 5 or so.
It was a homecoming game. Ones I used to go to.
I'm trying to catch up with chat here for just a brief second. I asked Mike how he was doing, and he didn't answer, so he might have left already. And I noticed he hasn't joined us on Zoom yet. Bless you.
Bless you.
Oh.
What, you got 5 videos, Sean?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'll tell you what. I will save you some money. Out of the kindness of Alex's heart, I'll get him to make you a banner for YouTube.
No, Alex won't do that.
But why not?
Put him in the waiting room.
Well, I want to hear why he won't first before I put him in the waiting room. Why not?
Because I've got
Because
You ain't got
bigger
shit to
fish
do
to
right
fry,
now.
other things to do, like waiting on a job to call me.
Well, you could do
shit.
other
But-
things in the meantime, Alex.
exactly. See,
Doesn't take your mind off
I'm
of it.
thinking of you. It'll get your mind off the job, and you're doing something constructive and helping Sean out.
Man, sorry, bye, Alex.
Put your video editing skills to work with your Wondershare Filmora. He'll do it for you, Sean.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
Jim was about to fire his radios up with 1.21 gigawatts of power.
I'll tell you what, Sean. I'll get with you, and I'll work with you to make you a banner. How's that sound?
All right, now put Alex in the waiting room.
He's all right. I'm sure he'll end up there at least once or twice before the night's out. Mike did say he's still on YouTube. Okay. I was trying to see how he's feeling. I put a little blurb in there a while ago. Hopefully he'll see it.
Is him and Mimi not feeling good lately? I haven't seen Mimi on that much lately. Is she not feeling good?
I don't know.
She was here last night.
Yeah, she was here last night, but she,
We connected her phone to Zoom.
yeah.
How did that go?
She got it done.
She got it done, yeah. I mean, and then she promptly went into the other room and started talking to us. So, unlike
See,
some
Alex,
people I know in Arkansas that don't want to help somebody make a banner, I help people out.
See, Alex, when you leave, all the fun stuff happens. That's why we wait for you to leave.
No.
Yeah,
That
that's
way
what
we're
it
not
is.
on YouTube.
Exactly.
That's why we're not on
No,
YouTube.
what it
We're not
is when
on
you leave, all the fun stuff happens. Because we know you got to leave at a certain time every night. Because
Yep, 10 o'clock. That's the bewitching hour.
Well, lately, Alex has been gone way before that. I think after you left, Ken and Jim left, then Rick left, and then somebody else left, and then somebody else left, and then three
Well,
or four
see
people
here,
left, and then I left.
last week, while I was waiting on that job to call me, while I was waiting on jobs to call me, my mind has I guess is trying to get me ready for when I have to go to work and get up super early. So like, for the past week I've been waking up at like 7 o'clock and by 11 o'clock I'm ready to call it a night.
Yeah, Ken says, or Mike says, not too good. He hasn't been feeling well for a few days, right?
Yeah, a couple days now.
Like yesterday when he was on, he looked different. Like he was in like a tank top, and his hair was not like all nice and combed like it was normally. You know how he normally looks professional when he gets on. Yesterday it looked kind of shaggy or something. Like he wasn't feeling
Well,
good.
you don't
Like,
feel
he didn't
well.
feel like getting ready. Yeah. Oh yeah, when I don't feel like it, I don't feel like getting nothing done. Like last night, I didn't go to bed till like 4 o'clock in the morning. And I woke up at 2:30.
Were you playing Fortnite again?
No, I just couldn't sleep.
Yeah, just think, Alex, that'd be a good thing for you to do. You might learn something. It'll get your mind off what's going on.
Well, next time I do a YouTube video, I'll just shout out Ken, Rick, Jim.
No, Josh, you can't do that. Joshy, don't do that. Name everybody else in the freaking world that didn't help you, and don't name the guy that does help you. But, doesn't bother me. I'm not bitter a bit. I'm not a bit bitter about that.
Ken, I said I'm going to shout out Ken, Jim, Rick, And I'm not going to shout out Alex. I'm rolling his name out of the picture.
You might want to reconsider that because chances are Alex will be involved behind the scenes with this.
Oh.
So you might want to.
Look at he's smiling. He's like, no, I'm not.
There's a way to reach through the camera now and grab you by the neck.
We all wish.
That's coming out soon.
Like Smell-O-Vision, they said was going to be here 20 years ago, but it's not.
Man, I like that 65-inch that the owner bought for the main room over there. It's really clear, really like crispy clear, and it's like UHD.
5-inch or 55-inch?
But yeah. Huh?
65 or 55?
65. And then the girls came over from the girls' house and they're like, oh yeah, he got us a 85-inch. And then I'm like, then the owner was here and I'm like, what the hell? We're specialer than the girls. Why did you get us a 65-inch, but you got them an 85-inch? What the hell?
If he would have got a projector, you could have had a 100-inch.
Yeah. You know what? I just printed like 10 papers and I pulled it off the printer and I love when the paper is so warm. I think that's from what, a laser?
Yes.
That's from a laser printer that makes the paper like that warm when you print them. It's a brother something. It's a brother something kind of printer, and I think it's a laser jet. So yeah, I like.
Oh, Dr. Rob. I'm telling you, I forget things. You're right. I did forget completely. And you know what? I bet I wrote it on my calendar.
Come on, Alex, say something smart. You always got something smart to say.
Yeah. I know.
Come on, Alex.
Yeah, Dr. Rob is right. We were going to get together at 3 to 4. And I'm trying to figure out where I wrote it down on my calendar because that's probably the excuse I'm going to go with. Man, I owe you because you're right. I completely. I'll tell you what. I'll put myself in the waiting room. I will. I'll admit my wrong here. Nothing like awkward silence because I forgot that I shut Zoom off. I was going to call Dr. Rob and tell him I'm sorry, but oops, I forgot. I seriously forgot all about it. Oh boy, I'm never going to live this down. Tomorrow is not a good day because it's my grandchildren's 4th birthday, which is actually in December, but they're celebrating it tomorrow. And Monday, we're going out of town to Illinois. So I will get with you sometime over the next couple of days and continue to learn. I forgot. I know it was going to be OBS related, but I forgot what it was.
Well, I know why. I know why.
He's
I
back.
know why. Hey, Alex, I know why one of your dogs
so I need to be getting out of here. So thank goodness you're back, Ken.
So I'm back. You can hold on before you get out of here. 1 second.
What the hell? B.A. Stringer put up a picture of his background. Who's that?
Yeah, the question is that one of the ones that I did, or is that a different? Was that from your buddy?
That's Doug.
I know who it is, but because we were working on
who that looked like.
We were working on a project, and Doug gave us permission. He had no idea who Garth was, and then I was struggling with it. Still am.
Doug is Garth.
And we were going to merge Doug into Garth, or vice versa.
Yeah, you know what? If you put long hair on Doug, he would kind of.
Okay, I'll see y'all. I'll see you. I'll see
Yeah, I
y'all
touched,
later.
I touched it
All
up
right,
a little,
Alex.
Ken.
Good night,
All
Al.
right, Alex.
Good night.
Hey, Alex,
Good night. Do what, BH?
I touched that up a little bit.
Oh, you did? Is that the one I did and then you fixed it?
Yeah.
Looks pretty good. It's Doug's eyes. You can tell that. That's pretty good. So your buddy never did come through?
No.
Yeah, I kind of glanced at that the other day. I did take Blender off my machine completely. I won't put it back on. I still have Photoshop on there, but I think it's going by the wayside too because I don't use it at all. And I can figure out other means of doing stuff. Yeah, that was a great idea, though. It really was. Gosh, I feel horrible. I can't believe I forgot all about. Where the hell did I write that down? I bet I put it on the wrong month. I joke about being forgetful, but man, that's.
Shame on you.
I know. I mean, for such a young 29-year-old that I am, I just can't believe that that would happen.
Is he teaching some DaVinci Resolve, or what are you guys doing?
OBS.
OBS.
Yeah. The power of OBS and the things you can do in there. For example, if you're watching the YouTube stream right now, and you notice in the lower left-hand corner it says raining cats and dogs, and then if I can remember which one of these it is, if I it's not that one. Hold on. I've got something underneath it, but I don't remember. Oh, right here. So if I turn that off, that's just directly underneath it, and it's playing constantly. And turn it back on, and it's like it masked it out. And I remembered how to do that on my own. That's the video Jeff sent, by the way. And if you turn that off, you can put that there. And then because of where it's placed, Jeff's video is running. But if I want to put it on top, you just move it up in the pecking order, so to speak, and put it on top of it. I've got a lot to learn, and I really look forward to getting with him again. And I'll tell him to call me, because that way my phone will ring. But, God, I forgot all about that. I know what it was. I was so involved with Doug today and learning so much, I forgot all about it.
Yeah, it was pretty boring.
Well, boring. I got 5 novels of notes I took. I was running out of paper.
I was about ready to fall asleep.
I was sticking around to hear about the Adobe thing that he put. I think it was number 6 on the list, and I hope we get to hear that.
Nominate that one.
Yeah, I was just glazed right over that.
Yeah.
So we will see. We will see. Sean's busy playing Alex and Joshy texting himself.
No, I'm trying to log into Opera.
Long Dog says, boring. I thought we covered a lot of things. We certainly learned techniques about tracing problems. Yeah. There was some good points.
I'm sorry, I don't have all these problems that people are describing.
I wished I didn't have half the problems. I'm still frustrated. Jim, did you hear what happened earlier? Were you here for the stream? All right, so I'm reworking the banner. I got DaVinci Resolve up and running. I've got Zoom running. Probably 15 tabs maybe running. What else was running? OBS was running because I was recording it, and it locked my machine up. I went into the task manager while DaVinci was on the screen, and in the task manager, DaVinci Resolve was not there. Figure
So you
that
had
out.
Photoshop, right?
Do what?
You have Photoshop installed?
I do, but it wasn't running.
Are you sure all the crap Adobe tries to get running isn't running? Like Creative Cloud and all that garbage.
I want to say I honestly don't know.
I look at your startup and see what Adobe's put in there, because they
So how do I
clog
check
it
my
up.
startup menu? Go to Task Manager, Startup.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I'd love to take a look at what that looks like, because I'm sure it's a freaking mess.
I beg your pardon.
Well, I've got 9 that start up with mine.
I got 3.
So are you
Dear
seeing?
God, man. Jesus.
Holy shit.
Mostly disabled.
Yeah, most of them are disabled, but Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
iCloud
Still.
keychain,
Yeah, that's a lot of iCloud.
graphics command.
So disabled. Intel graphics command. Anything that says
Yeah, you need
Intel,
that.
I kind of leave alone, except for this Intel driver thing. I don't need it. Starting on that. RoboForm starts up when I start now. Stream Deck and security.
Yeah, well, that last one you want to leave running.
Right. So I don't know what it was. I also knew I was going to have to restart the machine to fix it, and it did. And here's the crazy thing. When I went back into DaVinci Resolve, all the changes I made were actually there, and they actually worked like they were supposed to. So I have no idea. I really
All right,
don't.
I have a question.
Please make it simple.
You have nearly everything disabled on startup for iCloud except for the keychain. Why?
I did not notice that until just now. Took care of that problem. Next question.
And then my next thing is going to be, how often do you actually use the Stream Deck?
I'll get back to you on that. What's the next question, please?
No, that's the question. There is no next question. Nice try, but no.
What was the question?
How often do you actually use the Stream Deck, or were you using it at the time?
I was using it at the time, actually.
Okay.
And how often I use it is not that often. It starts up every time I start the computer, obviously, but honestly, I don't use it that often. Today I was trying out a function Doug mentioned on his channel, and it does work.
Can you slide the divider over so I can see the rest of the Intel graphics command thing that's there?
Can I slide the divider over?
Up at the top between name and publisher. Just grab that little divider that's there, slide it over. Okay, thank you. Graphics command center. Well, I don't know that you necessarily need that because you've got the AMD graphics card in there.
Graphics command center. Where are you seeing that at?
Underneath the Intel support and driver and support assistant, which by the way is disabled at the moment.
Oh, right here, Intel graphics
Yeah,
command.
that one. That's for the integrated graphics on the CPU. I don't know that you necessarily need that starting up.
Okay.
So I would take that, disable that. Now the Intel driver and support assistant, nah. You can leave it disabled if you want. That's entirely up to you.
But look right down here. It's running already, but yet it's disabled. So how is it?
Yeah, that's weird.
That's crazy weird.
Because it checks for updates.
Right, but if I have it on startup to not come on, how is it coming on?
There's a scheduled task for checking for updates for the Intel graphics or Intel support and driver assistant.
Could be a service.
Yeah, it could be.
scheduled
Yeah,
task.
it may be. It may be.
Because it just updated today.
Interesting. So this looks to be okay then for now?
I would say yes for the time being.
So I could.
I have my. Well, concerns about Stream Deck, but that's you use it often enough.
I'll turn it off. And as soon as I end the stream, I'll log out of Zoom and restart the machine just to see what happens. And then go from there. But yeah, it really was frustrating because I'm like, and the changes I made in DaVinci were not anything super major at all. But, oh, I forgot this. Let me get rid of that. I don't know. It just I mean, I'm seriously considering doing a backup, chunking everything and starting over again. I really am. But I also feel with my luck, it's not going to solve anything. So I don't know what to do.
I'd go golfing if I was you.
I'm working on it.
I'd take a nap if I was you.
Or I could do both. I wonder how Mrs. K would feel if I say, hey, we're not going to Illinois Monday. We're going to go play golf.
You better watch for that fight, man.
You know what the reliability history thing is, Ken, in Windows 10?
Sure, I know exactly what that is.
Doug showed it one time.
Oh, well, then of course I know where
It
it's
showed
at.
like why things crash or when things crash. It just shows you like a
Ken,
basically
please look
summarizes
up
the event.
turning off fast boot. What's fast boot?
It might be a tip there as to why you hung up.
Okay, so something about turning something off and remembering to turn it back on. I'll have to go look at that in a minute.
Just do a search on reliability in Windows and open the reliability history. See if you see what errors happened at the time.
You talking about using the magnifier glass down here?
Yeah, this Windows search.
View reliability history.
Yep. Just start
Hold on.
that. It might not be in there, but it could be.
Share this with the world here. So I'm going to close this. Go down here. Reliability history. Well.
So click on the. Okay, well, wow, you did a lot.
I was hoping nobody would say that. I was hoping you would say, well, that looks pretty good. But clearly with all the X's, and I'm taking this as a bowling card, so that looks not good.
How about that? So some Zoom plugin.
So I'm guessing this last column is today.
You had 2 critical events today.
Now, how do I know what they were? Oh, I go over here and it says
it's those things.
Something stopped working.
Critical events.
Zoom plugin. What it says.
SD Zoom plugin. That's for your graphics card.
Okay, so let's see. Hardware
Zoom
error.
plugins are causing an issue.
Okay, this would have been about the time right here.
Hardware error. Can you click on that one?
Left click, right click.
What, double left click? Not much info there. I can glean. Kernel.
Just says a problem with your hardware caused Windows to stop working correctly.
Yeah.
Well, as the saying goes, no kidding, Sherlock.
I see a lot of freaking issues with Zoom.
Yep, that's what I'm seeing.
I suggest that the next time you go to do whatever the hell it was you're doing with all your editing, you freaking
exit Zoom.
Exit Zoom.
A good idea, because yeah, there's like what?
You click on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Click on one of the. Just click on one of the SD Zoom plugin ones.
Well, the Zoom plugin that's right before that.
Right. Why don't I click on this one right before the Windows right here?
Okay.
Right.
That makes sense. Of course, this is all French to me.
Yep.
Well, it's French to me too, but
Tells you
Randy
where the-
probably has a better idea.
Tells you where it is, and under app data, roaming, the Stream Deck plugin. So Zoom Stream Deck plugin, not the Zoom app.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yep.
Well, that sounded
that
encouraging
fucking
for a brief moment. Care to explain?
Your Stream Deck has like plugins you can add to it.
Correct.
You must have added something for Zoom. Is it something you use? I don't know. I would think you could probably remove it maybe.
Yeah, you might want to think about that. Because that's causing a lot of freaking trouble.
Do you use Stream Deck to go to Zoom or do anything in Zoom?
Yeah, he's got a Zoom button there.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
does
but
the
I
Zoom
don't
button do?
remember what I do in there. Oh, it just starts Zoom for me.
Start Zoom.
Yeah, and then this one's got this is what I added today, recording in OBS
plugin?
and pause, and they both work just fine. And then 3 will be blank, 4 will be blank, 5 will be blank, 6 will be blank, 7 will be blank, 8 will have 2 things in it, one of which is the outro, and I don't even remember what this one is.
So those are your plug-in buttons. I mean, your Stream Deck buttons. But where are the plugins? Like,
Oh, they're over here. Let's see if I can make this. They're over here on the side. So Zoom has got mute toggle, video toggle, share toggle, focus, leave meeting, cloud record toggle, all the things I would probably never ever do.
Now there
you're not
is a
using any of
Zoom.
those.
No, I'm not.
What's the Zoom thing on the right-hand side over there?
This one?
No, on the right side, way over on the right
That's where
side of your
he was
screen.
reading off of that. Yeah.
Yeah, right here. That's what capabilities Stream Deck has. So if I were to go over here to any button and let's say take the mute and put it in there, then in theory, if I go down here and find, I think I've got to go one step further and actually go put it in there, because if I push this, am I muted?
No.
Not to us.
Right, because that I'm pretty sure I have to go in here and I've got to tell it where to go to do this. Otherwise, it's not going to work. But no,
But all those seem to be underneath the Zoom, or are they actually not associated with Zoom?
No, they're anything under
Different
between
functions
here.
you can do with the Zoom plugin.
Right, so between.
Okay, they aren't necessarily activated though.
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Now I got to remember how to get rid
But
of
something
that.
under Zoom on the right-hand side has got to be associated with the plugin that's causing you the trouble.
Yeah. How do
I would
you
think.
handle plugins? Is there settings? Maybe that. What's that little 3-dot menu at the top right?
Right here.
What is that? Is that just the search? Okay.
All right, there's a
Or is
settings
that might
icon
be-
here.
That might be my Zoom thing. Sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Just go to settings.
Here.
Just figure out where plugins are added and subtracted. I don't know. See anything about plugins?
Yeah, I have no idea. So I want to shut Zoom off, and it
If you
sounds like
click on the
maybe.
Zoom,
Oh, you want to
can
go
you
to
right click
You want to go to
No,
Zoom?
the Zoom on the right? Can you click on that and do anything? Is
It just closes
opens
it.
and closes.
Yeah.
Right click. Do anything?
Nope.
I don't know. Have to look up how you add and remove program plugins for Stream Deck.
Well, try the preferences. There's nothing there.
No, just I don't know what this up here does. Oh, opens up a whole lot of things I don't ever want to go in and mess with.
well, hold on. There's a Zoom one there.
Right here.
Yeah. Those are all the things. Now, if you can you right click on that particular Zoom? And does anything come up?
Right clicking and no, nothing comes up.
Okay, so it's not, you don't click
What
on
about
Zoom,
the
you click on
menu
like
over there,
mute
the
toggle,
hamburger thing?
right click on mute toggle, uninstall. There you go.
Zoom plugin.
You want to
feature
uninstall
there.
it? I've just tried. So I don't think you really use it.
What could the SD Zoom plugin be?
That was it right there.
Yeah,
Okay, so that's gone.
Did Zoom go completely away?
It did in that list, yeah.
Stream Deck, yeah.
It's the icon is still there, but the icon probably doesn't have anything associated with it anymore. Oh no, okay, no. So you can
Just
turn
so,
on the
but-
Zoom,
Yeah.
but the Zoom plugin itself appears to be gone.
Yeah, so what happens if I hit Zoom right now? Somebody may be taking over. Let's just see. Nothing.
Yeah, it shouldn't do anything because it's already running.
Okay, so
But that's an awful lot of entries for a Stream Deck Zoom plugin. That concerns me. And especially if it's a plugin that you don't use.
well, there's no way I can share my screen and shut it off. So let's do this. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I'm going to keep YouTube running. Jim, I'll put you in charge for, well, BH Ringer. He's cool. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm still streaming. I'm going to actually push the Zoom button right here. And nothing happens. So I'm going to shut Zoom completely off over here. Hopefully I didn't just connect everyone on Zoom. I'm going to go up here to Zoom. Aha! I know what that does now. So now,
He's
okay.
back.
Yeah, so what that does is when I shut Zoom off, it goes away. When I close it down, it goes away. When I push the Zoom button on the Stream Deck, it brings up the main box. It says start a meeting, join a meeting, schedule a meeting, yada, yada, yada. That's what that does.
Okay.
So that's really not needed either.
It's not hurting anything.
No, that's not hurting anything. I think it's the plugin itself that was causing the issue.
Okay. Well,
You remember what it was being used for, the plugin?
The plugin is just to do things like mute audio,
Right.
mute video, some other functions
right.
within Zoom.
Yep, that's all it was.
So it extends the Zoom controls into the Stream Deck somehow,
Yeah, basically.
once Zoom is running.
Yes.
All right, we're an hour and 12 minutes. I'll go ahead and hit the link over here. Get the outro running. So, yeah, it was just frustrating as all. And I'll show you guys here in a minute what I done. Very, very minor. And I know there's nothing I can do to improve this machine. It's running, from what Alex tells me, it's pretty good shape. 10th generation i7 with 64 gigabyte of memory and the graphics
Do you know
card.
which i7?
Pardon?
Do you know which i7? 10700 probably?
It is an i7 10700K, I think. I'd have to go look
Okay,
it up.
okay, 700. Okay, that's reasonable.
So Tony Wallow, Winter Mute, Long Dog, John Alloy Sr., Mike Paradin, hope Mike gets to feeling better, Dr. Rob, see if I missed anybody. Parker Morse was there in the beginning. I'm doing this from memory, so that's scary. Photo Mix Media, Chris Garrett. I think that's everybody. So
You get His Highness?
Did
you get His Highness?
His Highness, His Highness. Oh yeah, Greg Guy was second again tonight. Thanks, Greg.
I was waiting for you to say my name.
Jesus,
If
you almost
I
had to, you
forgot
almost
it,
had
I
to
would've-
beat him over the head.
So I do have to disagree with Doug on one thing. You can actually pause a live stream. Okay?
That's what I thought.
You can't, but you got to be quick about it. Watch. I'm going to stop the stream. Well, let's see if it circle goes away.
There it goes. The circle went away.
So you can pause a live stream. It's just very, very limited.
Yeah, yeah. I think you've
Like-
got maybe 30 to 45 seconds, something
About,
like
about
that.
a minute, yeah. About a minute.
Okay.
I think one of these days when I'm really bored, I'm actually going to time it with the
Ow.
stopwatch just to see. So, and I had done that before, so I'm going to go ahead and stop it for real this time.